President Trump to decide on possible U.S. intervention in Iran within 2 weeks, amid rising Middle East tensions. In a rapidly intensifying Middle East conflict, President Donald Trump announced that he will take up to 2 weeks to decide whether the United States will intervene militarily alongside Israel in its strikes on Iran. The White House press secretary noted that while the president sees a substantial chance for diplomatic negotiations with Tehran, tensions between the two nations continue to grow after another day of deadly missile exchanges. More than 300 people were injured in Israel, including over 70 wounded, after a hospital in Beersheba was hit. Iran has cautioned the United States against entering the conflict, warning that it could unleash chaos across the entire region. Diplomatic window or dangerous standoff? U.S. officials confirmed that there are currently no direct talks scheduled with Iran, but President Trump signaled that he hopes for one last diplomatic chance to end the violence. "I will make my decision within the next 2 weeks," Trump declared, adding that nobody truly knows what course of action he will take until the very last moment. Inside the White House Situation Room, senior military and national security officials are weighing all options. Multiple reports suggest that an attack plan targeting Iran's deeply buried Fordo nuclear facility is already on the table. However, Trump dismissed these claims on social media, asserting that "The Wall Street Journal has no idea what my thoughts are concerning Iran." Israel's resolve. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has long advocated strong action against Iran's nuclear program, is pressing the U.S. to join the strikes. "We will do what we have to do," Netanyahu told reporters. "Our commitment is to destroy the threat of nuclear annihilation against Israel." Netanyahu described President Trump as a tremendous friend of Israel, praising their close partnership as an asset to regional security. However, Iran's leadership remains defiant, with one official stating, "This is not America's war. If they choose to escalate, the entire region will pay the price." The global picture and risks of escalation, analysts warn that an American military intervention could spark a broader regional war. The most probable U.S. strike target is Fordo, a heavily fortified facility deep inside a mountain south of Tehran. Only the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber and its 30,000-pound GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator can reach the site, making American involvement almost a necessity if such an attack is ordered. Beyond Iran and Israel, world powers like Russia are attempting to position themselves as mediators. President Vladimir Putin has offered to facilitate talks between all parties, warning that escalation will only worsen instability across the Middle East. Meanwhile, Britain and other European allies have called for calm. Foreign Secretary David Lammy is in Geneva meeting his counterparts from Germany and France to explore diplomatic solutions. However, officials privately concede that the prospects of avoiding further military action look dim. Conclusion: with an intense spotlight on the White House and daily Situation Room briefings in full swing, President Trump's looming decision will have profound consequences, not only for the Middle East, but for global security and the world economy. Whether diplomacy can prevail in the next 2 weeks or the region slides into a deeper crisis is a question the world anxiously awaits.